Oh, it looks like a logging operation. There's a skidder there. Those things were built on old World War II tanks. And they improvised and retrofitted them to log. You see there, that's a balloon logging operation as well. And Grandpa did several of those. Most of them were in Oregon, though.
That's crazy. I've never seen that before. So
Yeah.
that's a balloon?
It's actually a balloon that pulls the line down. You see there's a yard or a big winch on that thing. So the balloon lifts it up, and then the tank-type device, the yarder, pulls the logs down. You see the cables coming down from the balloon?
Looks like a freaking UFO.
Yeah. It's probably where they started. That's probably war surplus as well. It probably came from Area 51. You see the log coming down the hill?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Very dangerous operation, needless to say. A lot of guys used to get killed doing that. See, I just dropped it in.
Is that a cat or is that before a cat?
Well, no, it's not before Caterpillar. I don't think that's a brand name yarder. I think it was improvised from an old tank, and they used to build the units on them.
How would they direct the balloons? Did they have
They had cables and winches.
Oh, okay. So there's someone on the top of the hill pulling the balloon a
Yeah.
different direction?
And you see the big winches spinning there, and the cables. Very dangerous, because quite often those cables would snap. And then they whiplash back and forth, and guys could get cut in half with those things, you know.
Wow.
There weren't that many operations like that. Usually they just used yarders like you see there. But in certain terrain, that was the easiest way of doing it. They weren't huge logs. They never used those balloons for huge logs. See, the thing is turning. They're pulling it back up the hill again. Like I say, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was somewhere in Oregon. He used to go out on a lot of expeditions to see different techniques and whatnot, try to use it in his operations. There it is. There he is.
That's him?
Yeah. He was probably in his 30s, late 30s at that point.
Doesn't look like he's really dressed for a logging operation.
No, he didn't like that. He did that when he was younger. He wanted to be the cool cat. And the reason he took up a lot of tape on this is because it was unique. You don't see many of these things, you know.
What, is this a new technology at the time?
Yeah, at the time it was kind of new. And that's called a steel spar. Big steel rod went up like a big pole, and they pull against that too, yarding the logs off the hill. There'd be a guy up there using what's called a choker, big cable with a knob on the end. So once the tree was felled, the guy would have to go up there and connect that choker to the log, and now the yarder is just pulling it down the hill from the steel spar.
Oh,
See,
the steel spar is that big pole thing.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the...
it gives it a little bit of height. Unlike the balloon, that thing gave it some height, so it's not pulling down the hill.
Oh, so the balloon's pulling it straight up.
No, the balloon is gone at this point, I think. I think this is a different operation.
They have the same purpose, the balloon and that...
Steel spar, yeah.
Okay. So the balloon would be just to get to more remote places?
Yep.
Huh.
And usually more hilly.
Okay. Oh, it's more logging.
It's more logging. In the wintertime now.
That's crazy. They just don't
See the
stop,
snow?
huh?
No. Matter of fact, more logging happens in the wintertime than in the summertime.
Why is that?
They have to shut down in the summertime for fire.
Huh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because these machines, they're pulling a lot of stuff over rocks and, you know, the cables and these machines. Sometimes the machines would burn up and cause forest fires and stuff, so... Yeah. And not only that, but in the wintertime, things freeze up, so you don't have as much mud, you know, like in the summertime.
Oh, that's a good point. And you could slide those trees around.
Yep. So there they are loading up a logging truck.
You would think some of the machinery would freeze up too, right?
Oh yeah, but they also obviously a lot of antifreeze, and they have a second type of diesel fuel in the wintertime.
I think I saw that guy who was smoking on ice road truckers.
Probably so, it's something like that. So now there's a caterpillar. See, now he's also you can see now the winch on the back of that cat, and see he's undoing that turnbuckle type thing, which is the choker.
He's flying.
Yep. Well, and Grandpa said he wanted to show production, so.
Oh, so these are almost just showing how good your crew can be and efficient and fast. And all
Oh
that.
yeah. And this is Caterpillar timber. I saw on one of the doors of the trucks the logo which he had developed.
What was the name of it?
Catermold timber.
Catermold timber?
Yep. So it was kind of a cat. My uncle David, you see on the door of that truck?
Yeah. Looks like a horse pulling something.
Yeah. There he is. He's lifting up that log himself. He's skidding that thing out. A big log.
What kind of wood is that? That's all pine, or what is that?
It's probably fir. See?
And you said this is probably in Oregon somewhere?
No. Now this is in BC. This is all in BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in BC?
These ones, Caterpillar timber was usually down the coast, so it could be near Harrison Lake. It's a different type of loader. You see, he's gonna butt the thing up against the boom, lifting
that's what
logs
he's
up.
doing.
Yeah, he's leveraging it up.
Takes some skill, huh?
Yep. Oh yeah. That's a different technique. But putting all the logs in a deck, as they call it,